If you're still buying professional photos, then you need to check out this new tool that's just landed on Appsumo, and it's called Seelab. So what is Seelab? Essentially, it's an AI image generator platform where you can create high quality image from various models such as Flux Realism, Imagen 4, and you can even create your own custom model. Not only that, but there's some really cool editing features such as clean, replace, reframe, magnify, and you can even generate a video from your image. In this video, we'll be generating AI images with various models, and I'll be showing you my trained custom model and how these images look. So before all that, let's check out the plans and features. So from license tier 1, it will cost you $79, and it goes all the way up to tier 4, which is $399. There are a few differences to note across the license tiers. You have the image credits per month. So for tier 1, you get a fairly generous 1,250, and then that goes all the way up to 10,000 for tier 4. You also get custom models, but you don't get that feature for tier 1, but you get 1 for tier 2, 3 for tier 3, and 5 for tier 4. There's also backgrounds per month. So tier 1, you get 125, and all the way up to tier 4, you get 1,000. And it's pretty much the same for reframings per month, replacements per month, cleanings per month, and all these other options. All tiers get access to all 50 plus public models and access to the premium models too. My only gripe is there isn't anywhere that you can see how many credits you've used. I actually had to go on Seelab's questions on Appsumo, where there was a question and the founder responded with roughly what the prices are per image or when you're editing, etc. So one image generation is 1 credit. So if you're generating 4, that's 4 credits. Replacing background is 1 credit, even if you get 3 variations. To clean, reframe, and in-paint equals 1 credit. And that's again if you get 3 variations. And video is 1 credit per second. So for an 8-second video, it would be 8 credits, which isn't too bad to be fair. And if after the review you would like to buy Seelab, I'll leave a link in the description. It is affiliated, but it would really help a lot. So let's jump into the platform. And before we get into the features, I just want to say thanks to the founder for providing me with access so I can show off some of Seelab's features. So when you first sign into Seelab, you'll come across the dashboard, and here you can access all the features within a single click. It looks very premium. On the left here, you can start creating an image by clicking create an image. You've got the help center, which is very good. You've also got options to train your AI. So for avatars and characters, art style and illustration, photography style, and products and objects. On the right side, we have the editing tools, such as replace the background, the video, the element, and upscale. You also have down the bottom here, featured models. You can explore the Seelab AI interface. You can add images to your collection. Then at the top, we have the menu where you can start creating your AI images, see your collections, go to the editing tools, create a custom model or see your own custom model. Then you've got your workspace, the help, guides, and your profile. So let's start creating some images. And for that, you just go to creation. And here you'll see all the images that you have recently created. In this text box here is where you'll type in your prompt for the AI to then generate your image. If you click this little upload image button, it will show you this little pop-up here where you can remix images in. You can add a structure reference, and the style reference isn't available yet, but coming soon. There are some filters here where you can search your image history. You can choose which model from their big selection here, and you can filter by date. Before you create an image, you might want to choose from one of their 50 plus models that are available. So this is my custom model, and if I click that, then I'll be using this model with whatever prompt I put in. So the AI will take my face and it will add that to the prompt. So let's say we wanted to choose Imagen 4, and that's the best in class generation model. So we'll go with that first, but you have a bunch to choose from, and this is just from photography. I just want to add that they do have the latest models, which is really good to see. So you're going to get some high quality images here. Once you select your model, you'll see that it's been applied here. You can also go to colors. This is mainly for branding, but it also helps you keep consistency across creations. I'm going to leave that clear at the moment. And if we go to auto, you'll have some options to choose the aspect ratio that you want. They've got auto, standard, tablet, mobile, banner, and monitor. So the majority of the ratios are here. It would be good if you could put in your own aspect ratio, but I understand why they don't have that. You can also choose the image count, so you can generate up to 4 images at a time. I'm just going to leave it on 2 as it uses less credits. You can also add in the seed number. So if you have an already created image, you can add that seed in, and then with the new prompts that you use, it will take that seed and it will generate an image similar to the previous image that you generated. In the text box, it gives you an example. So it says here, a man with a red beanie and blue glasses wearing a flux shirt in New York City. Now, what it recommends is you put a comma in between words so the AI can read your input better to then provide a better output. So I've put in here, a giant man walking amongst small people through a town. He looks like the Incredible Hulk. People are in fear. Now all we need to do is go to Let's Create. And what I've found is the image generation processing is very quick. Usually takes less than 30 seconds for high quality images. Okay, here are our 2 images. And if we click on it, you can see it in a bigger format and the correct aspect ratio we asked for. There's lots of people in fear. He looks like the Incredible Hulk and he is very big. So that's captured that really well. And the other one's pretty much the same. So really impressed with that. Now, because I didn't put in a particular style, it's just taking the one that it thought was appropriate for my prompt. But let's try if we add in here real life image at the end and go to create. And here we go, guys. So it's a bit more human-like. It's still a bit cartoony, but it is what I was looking for. So that's kind of how you change the style of the image that you want. Now, of course, with different models, you will get a different output or different styles. So let's try Flux Realism, and we'll change the prompt to Bugs Bunny playing the piano on stage. Lots of people are eating carrots to celebrate. Sideways angle, real life photo. And if we just go to standard, you want to double check that the image count is still on what you want, because sometimes it changes when you change the model, and usually it goes back to 4. So you want to make sure you check this each time. Okay guys, so I'm already liking the look of these 2 images. And there is Bugs Bunny and the crowd, and he's playing on the piano. I can see some orange type things in the background, but I can't quite work out if they're carrots or not. Let's check out this one. And once again, there's some orange things floating around and carrots. So it's a bit messy, that one. But if you define the prompt, you can get a really good output. And you can be extremely adventurous with this. And if you're very creative, then you're going to love Seelab. There are some really cool illustration models, and I'm going to go with dark anime because anime is very popular, and to be fair, I do like it a lot. So let's change the prompt to a young couple are getting married in the forest. It's a sunny day. A few animals surround them, and although it's dark anime, this could still come out very nicely. So really nice photo, captured the animals. It is a sunny day and that is a couple getting married. Let's check out the other one. And once again, there's a few animals around, and I really like that. That's captured the details that I asked for. So with any of your images, if you hover over one, there's a few options. You can download it, you can reuse the image, you can edit the image, you can create more variations, and you can magnify it, which basically upscales the image. If you create the images in a batch, you'll also see these options on the side. It will tell you how long ago you created it, the model you used, the prompt, the seed, or you could delete all. And you can copy the C just by clicking here. You can also copy the prompt. Another cool feature is if you hover over the image, you can hover over this star icon and click add to collection. Now you can create a collection. So I could type in here anime images, go to create, and now you have a collection. So anytime you create a specific image that you want in anime, for instance, it will add that into there. So that's a really nice feature and a good way to organize your images. Now let's check out some additional features. So first of all, let's test out reuse image. And I've got this one of a Jack Russell and a ginger cat. And what I asked is the Jack Russell to be chasing the ginger cat. So I suppose this one's more relatable. So let's go to reuse image. And now you will see structure reference has appeared and it's got the image that we're going to use with a new prompt. And it's given an example here of a grey sofa plus the structure equals coloured and hairy. And it says the structure reference preserves the original scene structure from the reference image. And then using your prompt and chosen model, it transforms the image by adding new elements or details that fit seamlessly into the original layout and proportions. Now I've changed the model to Flux Realism and I've put make the ginger cat black, and let's see what that gives us. And here's one of the images. So you'll see the ginger cat has changed to black, so that's really cool. And if we scroll down, you will see that the images are exactly the same, although the ginger cat is now actually on the left instead of the right. But apart from that, it's captured it really well. The shadows are good. So that's how the structure reference works, or the reusing the image option. Now, before we go to the editing options, you can create variations. So if I just tap this, another 2 variations with this particular model are being created. And I'm not quite sure if it's actually taken this ginger cat black prompt into consideration. I would assume that it would just take the images that I've asked, and it has. So this is again the Jack Russell and the ginger cat, and it's at a different angle but similar to the prompt that I originally used. So really cool stuff there. The image is nice, crisp and clear. Here's some more realistic photos of the ginger cat and a dog with a man riding his bike. Let's choose magnify and I'll show you how that works. This is also the photo editing options area, so we can look at all the other tools in just a sec. So first of all, we want to make this image look more crisp and high quality. Now all you need to do is go to the parameters up here where it will show upscale. So you can upscale times 1, 2 or 4. So depending on the image, quality already will depend on which one you want to choose. I'm going to go with 2. You can also choose from presets, and then you just go to magnify. You will see on the right it shows you which image is running, so you can create and run multiple images. At the moment it's taking over 50 seconds, so hopefully it'll be done very shortly. And whilst we wait, this is one that I've created earlier using my custom model, and it actually gives you a before and after photo. So the before, you can just drag it across there. That's the before photo. And if we zoom in slightly, so you can see clearer, and that is the after photo, and before is this one. And then if we drag it to the left, that is the after photo. So hopefully you can see how that has enhanced my face and all around me. Really, really good. And guys, this one's even better. So this is the before photo, and if we go across, look at that. That is almost like a proper photo now. If you just look at the animals, they almost look blurred out, and then you go over and they come to life. So whilst we've got this image up, let's go to clean and I'll show you how that works. Clean basically removes any part of the image. So if we zoom in a little bit, let's say I want to remove this cat, and you'll just hold the mouse button down and drag over it. You can also change the brush size. So if you want it to remove a bigger part of the image, you would increase it. But for what I want, it's fine. Then you just go to clean. Okay guys, so here it is, and look, no cat at all. So that is really clear, and it actually realizes that the road looks like that because it looks at how the road is around it, and you wouldn't even notice that there was originally a cat there. So I'm really impressed with this. Now, what would be cool if there was a side by side? So if you clicked on the image, perhaps a pop-up screen would come up and you could see the original with the new image. But if you want to quickly check, you usually can go to undo and then go to redo, but that option isn't available for some reason. And if you click on the image, you can add to the collection, you can download or delete. So the next option we have is replace. And as the word suggests, all you need to do is highlight or drag your mouse over what particular item or object you want removing. And then what you'll do is go to your prompt down here. But before that, you can actually choose the model that you want to use. And this is currently in beta. So say if you wanted to use a particular model, you can choose from this selection here. I'm not going to use this because I don't think it would necessarily work with this particular image. You also have this bar where you can increase or decrease the brush size like before, and you can actually choose to invert the mask. So if I click here, it will actually take this whole image into consideration and it will keep this object here. So it's a nice feature that they've got there. I just want to remove the dog and then I want to change it to a lion. And then if we just go to generate, and it should replace the dog with a lion. Now, one thing to note is for this particular feature, it seems to be creating 3 variations when I only wanted 1. And I didn't actually see an option to change that. So perhaps that's something they can look at. But let's check out what we have. And look, no dog at all. Just a friendly lion. And yeah, it's even captured the shadows of the lion. So I'm really impressed once again with this particular feature. Another cool option that they have is a video. And what this would essentially do is it would bring this video to life. So if you typed in here a man cycling down the road, it would have the man cycling down the road. Or you could have the lion goes up and tries to bite the man. And the AI will take the image into consideration and try and create a video based on what you've asked. Unfortunately, I don't have this option available. It is part of a package that you need to buy. So I just clicked on generate, and if you wanted 50 credits, it would cost you 25 euros, I believe. So in a way, this is a good way to sustain the platform in the long run. So I can understand why they have this as additional pay as you go kind of subscription. Well, it's not a subscription, but you pay for what you want, and it gives you how many videos you can create with the amount of credits. So unfortunately I can't show you this, but it's pretty cool that they have that. And then you've got some parameters. You can have it as 16 to 9, 9 to 16. You can choose up to 8 seconds duration. And yeah, that's how that would work. Now, if you want to start from scratch here, you can either refresh the page and then you will go to edition and you'll see all the generated images here, and you can access all the tools quite simply from just clicking on any of them here. And if you want to start with a new image, you'll just go into there. Now, another really cool feature that I would recommend to use, and you would need tier 2 and above, but I think it's thoroughly recommended, is the custom models section. Now, I've already created one model, and as you can see, it's in the left hand side here. There are a few options. You can choose this as private, which it is. You can delete your model. You can view the images that you've created with this model. So I've been quite random. I've never drove a tractor, but I put in that prompt and look how good that is. That's me on a bus, which actually never happened, and I'm flying like Superman, or looks like a Batman sign there. So you can see the potential here. You can use model and that will take you to the creation screen. And if I go to create a new model for 49 euros a month, you'll get 5 models to train. And once again, they've got this pack buy subscription type of thing. And that's a good way, as I said, to sustain the longevity of this platform. And this would be the stages that you take. So they have different types of training, avatar and characters, art style and illustration, photography, products and objects, and high quality products. And it gives you a description of each one. Now, to access your custom model, you'll go to the models, you'll go to custom model, and they would appear here. You can even add it to your favorites. I'm just going to click on mine, and then my name has been applied. So for the custom model, the more photos you upload in the correct format, the more likely the AI will be accurate with generating an image based on your head or your face. I actually uploaded about 25 images and it's captured that really well, and all the images that I've created captured my face quite accurately. So let's put in here a man climbing a tall cliff at a sideways angle, and it's important to put the angle in because it will give you a clearer image. So let's go to create, and as you see, it's creating 4 images, and that's because that's pretty much the default. And once again, you'd have to come into format and go to less if you wanted that. But it'd be interesting to see what the AI generates here. And guys, I don't know why my top is off. I unfortunately don't look that ripped, although I wish I did. I'm a little bit larger, but look how good these images are. And we'll just have a closer look. So funny enough, I do actually have that pair of shoes, and I am quite hairy, so that's almost quite accurate actually. If we go across, you'll see some more images, very photo-like, and you can see how impressive this actually is. And it's almost scary that the AI can generate these type of realistic images. But every image you look at, on the right here, you have all these editing options. You can create a video, so I could be climbing up the cliff. And all the all the editing features that I showed you earlier are available per image. Now guys, that is the core features of the platform. I'm really impressed with the quality and the accuracy that the AI can create. The amount of models is very impressive with 50 plus. You can also choose from a selection of colors that will be used per image. So let's try this out actually. If I wanted purple, black, and let's say yellow, which is kind of my brand for my channel, we'll go to done, and let's create once again these images and see what it gives us with my model. Wow, that is impressive. Let's take a look. So it's blended in those colors into that image with the prompts I used, and it almost looks like an early sunrise or a sunset, and that is just fascinating. This tool just gets better and better, and I can only imagine down the line it's going to be one of the best ones out there. It will even rival, I guess, tools like Leonardo and other amazing AI generators. So a few more options to know. You can create a new project, and if we go to help, they have some guides. You can turn on contextual help or off. They've got a guided tour, so you can get an idea as to what the platform's all about. And they've got a big knowledge center, so they have very in-depth categories and help articles that you can look at. They also have a chat bot in the right-hand corner where you can talk with the team. So back on Appsumo, there is a lot of questions that people have asked, and the founder and the team are very responsive. And there are currently, at the time of this review, 13 pretty much 5-star tacos. I can understand why people have rated Seelab so highly, because although there's a lot of AI image generators out there, this one delivers with high quality, accurate images. It's one of the best I've used, to be honest. Okay guys, so the question is, would I recommend Seelab? And if you've watched the whole review, I absolutely would. It's definitely one of the better, or even one of the best AI image generators out there that I've used, especially now it's on a lifetime deal. I didn't actually come across any bugs. There was a slight bit of slowness on the dashboard screen or when scrolling through the images, but if that could be a bit more smoother, that would be great. But the overall functionalities and the accuracy of the AI is very impressive. And if they keep adding features, newer models, and more editing features, maybe tools like in Canva, then this is going to be some next level AI image generation tool. Don't forget to like, subscribe and hit that notification bell for the latest videos. And let me know your thoughts and if you are going to buy Seelab, and I'll see you on the next review.